Try to remember your earliest memory. Really try. Maybe you can picture a birthday cake, a family pet, a sunlit room. But chances are, whatever you found, it begins somewhere around age 3 or 4. Almost never before. Everything that came before that, your first steps, your first words, the thousands of hours you spent learning what a face is, what a spoon is, what love feels like, all of it is gone. This is called childhood amnesia, and it happens to nearly every human on Earth. It's one of the strangest features of being a person. You lived through the most formative years of your life, and you can't remember a single afternoon of them. Researchers call the edge of this forgetting the offset. For most adults, it lands somewhere between ages 3 and 4. Before the offset, memories are sparse and fragmentary. After it, they start to thicken into something like a continuous story. The fragments that do survive tend to be sensory. A smell, a patch of carpet, the feeling of being lifted. Rarely a full scene, almost never a narrative. More like a photograph found in a drawer with no caption attached. So why does this happen? The answer begins, like most answers about the mind, in the brain. Specifically in a small seahorse-shaped structure called the hippocampus. The hippocampus is essential for forming episodic memories, the kind that let you mentally travel back in time and re-experience an event. And in babies, it simply isn't finished yet. The neurons are there, but the wiring between them is still being laid down. Memory consolidation, the slow process of turning a fleeting experience into a lasting trace, depends on circuits that are, quite literally, under construction. Then there's language. Episodic memory, as adults know it, is deeply braided with words. We narrate our lives as we live them. We tell ourselves what just happened, and that telling helps the memory stick. Babies don't have that yet. Before language, experiences are vivid but uncoded. There's no inner sentence to wrap around the moment, no story to file it under. The memory has nowhere to live. There's another missing piece. A self. Autobiographical memory requires someone for the memory to belong to. A continuous I who was there, and is still here. Remember it. That sense of self develops gradually, somewhere in the 2nd and 3rd years. And studies suggest that children only start forming durable autobiographical memories once they can recognize themselves. In a mirror, in a photo, in a story. Then there's perhaps the strangest culprit of all, neurogenesis. The infant brain produces new neurons at a staggering rate, weaving them into existing circuits. That's wonderful for learning, but it may be terrible for remembering. Each new neuron rewires the network, and researchers think this churn can overwrite the delicate traces that early memories depend on. The brain is rebuilt faster than memory can hold on, so the early years are a kind of paradox. The brain is learning more, faster than it ever will again, and forgetting almost all of it, but not entirely at random. The memories that do survive are often the ones that get told. A parent who says, "Remember when we went to the lake?" is doing more than reminiscing. They're helping build the memory itself. Cultures that emphasize personal storytelling tend to produce earlier first memories. Cultures that emphasize the group, less so. The story we're handed becomes the story we keep, which raises a quietly haunting thought. The memories you have of being little might not really be yours. They might be your parents' memories, repeated until they took root. And yet, none of this means those years didn't matter. Quite the opposite. Even without conscious memory, the infant brain is absorbing everything. How safe the world feels. Whose face means comfort. What love sounds like. These early patterns shape attachment, fear, curiosity, the texture of your personality. You can't recall the lessons, but you are, in many ways, the result of them. So maybe childhood amnesia isn't really forgetting. Maybe it's translation. Those first years didn't disappear. They became you. Wordless, faceless, but woven into how you move through the world. You can't remember being a baby. But somewhere underneath the words, the baby remembers everything.